Good evening, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces. Guys, I was trying so hard to make sure I got everything done earlier today. Like things that I have been lately waiting until like the end of the day at night when I'm about ready to go and take a shower to do. Like editing and doing my German lesson and stuff like that. And so I got all that stuff done earlier today. And I'm still going to bed late because I feel like my excuse, which is not as late as it was yesterday, but I feel like my excuse was like, oh, but I don't have to worry about it because I got all the other stuff done earlier today, so I can like stay up later. Even though I kept telling myself like, Kaylee, you should probably go to bed, Kaylee, you should probably go to bed. And I was like, no, I'll you know, 10 more minutes. And I was like, it's already like after midnight, and I don't have a grocery haul for you guys because my dad actually got home from the from work today at like 4 o'clock almost, and normally he gets home like 2:30 or 3 o'clock, sometimes 2 o'clock if he's like home early. And so he wasn't home until like almost 4. I don't know, he was trying to explain something to me about an elevator and something. Which he's an electrician, so he's working on the elevator. It wasn't like he got stuck. It totally could have, but I don't know. He was doing something electrical with the I think some type of like elevator or something. So anyways, but yeah, so he was working on that. I guess they had to stay late or something like that, and so yeah, he didn't get home today until like 4 o'clock. And so when he got home, he was like, can we just go to the grocery stores tomorrow, like kind of like pushing that already, which I was kind of like, since again I had gotten I actually had finished my German lesson earlier, and then finished my I finished editing too earlier, and I uploaded all, like early this morning. And so since I had all that done actually before, I was like, you know what, we can just go to the grocery stores, I guess, because, you know, I'll still have time once we get back to get, you know, other stuff that I need to done or whatever. And so again, finished all that stuff, but then my dad was sort of like, hey, can we just go tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. One of the other things too was because Jack actually, he has a, his foods class. I told you guys, was that yesterday's vlog? We made the macaroni and cheese. Yeah, that was for dinner yesterday because I had leftovers for today for lunch. So he did that, but I guess there was a vegetable lab that he was also supposed to do, which is like their cooking, you know, basically, that he was supposed to do. He did the fruit one, but there was a vegetable one that he didn't do, and his teacher says though that you can turn in like any like, you know, lab work or anything like that late, so it's just sort of like, you know, kind of when it's not convenient for you, but, you know, like obviously like, oh, parents couldn't get out to the grocery store to go and get this stuff, like, I mean, it's a little lenient, you know, but it wasn't that. It was just that Jack kind of didn't wind up doing it. So I knew though that that was one of the ones that he had to do for his foods class, and so we were trying to work out his you know, the stuff that he needed for that, and so that's why I waited a little bit longer to finish my grocery list, actually, because I finished it yesterday, but I was just finding out if, you know, he needed anything. So he's actually going to make fresh salsa tomorrow, so I already was planning on getting tomatoes. The only thing, I'm a little frustrated because there were green bell peppers on sale, I think at Jewel last week, and I didn't get any because they weren't a great price. No stores have them on sale this week, so I was like, guess I'm gonna suck it up and pay retail for that because Jack needs it, and the jalapenos too. And then tomatoes are on sale at Valley Produce, and I'm trying to think what other stores or what other things he needs. I think that's kind of it. I think it called for fresh garlic. Honestly, we rarely ever buy fresh garlic, and like it's only like 2 cloves of garlic. I was like, we're gonna wind up getting it and then not, you know, like get a whole thing of like, normally they come in a 3-pack when we buy them, and we'll wind up getting them and then only need, again, 2 cloves. I was like, you can probably just use chopped garlic for it. And on top of that too, our garlic press is kind of garbage. It doesn't work really well. Like, we need a new garlic press on top of that too, so like Jack's gonna have not a very fun time with that, trying to do that when he's never used a garlic press before either. So I was like, you can probably just use some regular old chopped garlic. like minced, refrigerated, pre-chopped garlic. So anyways, that was the only other thing I think that he needed. Oh, and cilantro as well, which again, no stores have on sale this week. Which you know what though, didn't I just get cilantro last week? I don't remember now. I don't remember if it was last week or 2 weeks ago, and I don't know if I used it yet or if it went bad. So that's why I'm thinking it was last week. I don't know. Anyways though, yeah, I'll probably just get new fresh stuff, but he has to do that again and do like a sort of makeup lab for that, but he can turn that in again late, so that's what he's going to wind up doing. But that was one of the things too. And then because what I noticed was that like they've been having them once a week, so I also wanted to find out if he has one that's upcoming this week, if they've given the recipes out yet, so that he can know. Because like what they do is like, at least from so far what it's been, is like he had like a fruit lab, so it was like making different things with fruit. He chose a smoothie, which was one of the, you know, recipes that they sent out. So it might be like, I don't know what else you do with fruit, like maybe a fruit salad, you know, or a smoothie, or like the options. And then again with the vegetable one, maybe it's like a, I don't know what else would be with that. Again, Jack chose to do salsa, but you know, that use like fresh, you know, like produce vegetables and stuff like that. And then also, what was the other one? The dairy one that he just did. So that was, he ended up choosing macaroni and cheese. It might, you know, another option might have been like cheese dip or something like that. So again, he chose to do the macaroni and cheese out of the recipes, but I wanted to find out if on top of that too, he had another one that was upcoming for this week, if they had, you know, his teacher had sent out the recipes yet, so that we can obviously get this stuff ahead of time, because we normally go grocery shopping over the weekend. So when it's due on Friday, you know, like then we have to get this stuff one day during the week if we don't already have it. So I feel like one of the next ones might be meat, like chicken or ground beef or something like that. Like one of them might be, you know, one of those or whatever. And we normally, he can just use like one of the pounds of ground beef that I freeze for my mom, or something like that, or, you know, like I said, the chicken breast or something. So I feel like that's probably coming up soon. I know Matthew did one time when he was in foods class also, which was like it was like using like crescent rolls, and then it was like ground beef, and then like maybe like taco seasoning or something like that, like in a ring. And then it's like on Pinterest, I think, like probably like party food or something like that. But I remember Matthew made that one time because he had the recipe, and he was like, this was so good, I want to make it for dinner one night. And so he did that. So I feel like, again, that's probably coming up to, like, Jack might wind up making something with ground beef one time or whatever. So again, just so that I have sort of a heads up, an idea, like, okay, Jack might be doing something like that soon or whatever. So yeah, but again, that was one of the reasons why I held off on like finalizing my grocery list until I knew for sure about that. But yeah, the vegetable one, I'm not totally sure why he was like, oh, I didn't get to that yet. You know, it was supposed to be due like 2 weeks ago, I think, or something like that, or maybe two or 3 weeks ago. So it wasn't due this week, it wasn't due last week. I think it was a week before that one was supposed to be for. And he did the first one, which was something else, I think. But yeah, then he didn't end up doing this one. So anyways, so he has to, like I said, pretty much do that as like makeup work. So that, and then also too for my mom. But I don't know, because she's having surgery on Tuesday, I don't know when the last time that she can like eat food is, basically. Like, you know, I think it's supposed to be 24 hours before or something like that, so I'm thinking that's Monday. But like, I don't totally know what's going on either. The only thing she told me that she needed, because I was like waiting to figure out like, oh, is she gonna wind up making something, and Jack might make that mac and cheese that he did yesterday, he might wind up doing that today, or not today, one day over the weekend. So that might take care of that. Like maybe he makes it on Sunday, because I think Matthew's actually supposed to be coming home tomorrow, so maybe even tomorrow he will. But also too, my mom never ended up making the BLTs that she got the bacon for last week, so she might wind up doing that if she's up to cooking too, because yeah, so there's I don't know, there's a lot of stuff going on. But I waited finished making my list until after all of that stuff anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go to the grocery stores tomorrow, guys. I guess that's where my long whole story was going with everything, is that all of the grocery stores, again, we're going to do tomorrow, but there's very few things that we needed to get at all of the stores anyway. Again, I ended up adding like a couple of extra little things that we just need like one of each. Like I said, the jalapenos, the bell peppers and stuff like that from those stores, just because of like I said, Jack making that salsa. But the tomatoes are on sale super cheap this week, so that's no big deal. And then Valley Produce and Caputo's too, like even when you're not buying this stuff, like I honestly don't know if Aldi has jalapenos. That produce and everything like that from those two stores especially, even when it's not on sale, it's still I think cheap or cheaper sometimes than Aldi. Sort of depending on what it is, but like I said, for the most part, they're like, I feel like the quality too is better for like, even if I'm paying like the same price pretty much, it's still pretty much almost the same. And like I said, I don't know, maybe Aldi has cilantro, they might. I know Valley Produce and Caputo's have that and jalapenos, so I don't have to go to Aldi and then be like, oh, they're out of it, because honestly sometimes I've done that a lot. Like they'll be out of lettuce or they'll be out of bananas. They were out of bananas one week. They're out of a lot of produce sometimes, unless it's like the sale stuff. Even then sometimes they're out of it, but like randomly, kind of for no like real reason, they'll just be like out of it, or like they won't have it or whatever. Like I said, they might have like garlic sometimes, but sometimes they might not also. Like maybe they do with the potato section, but again, I don't want to worry about having to try and figure out if they might have it or might not. But as far as the grocery haul goes, I will have that for you guys in tomorrow's vlog. But there's not a lot again at any of the stores really. It's kind of a sad looking week this week. I mean, there's a couple things that are like, oh, that's a little on sale, or you know, that's an okay deal and stuff like that, but there's not a lot of stuff on sale at a lot of the stores. So like I said, we'll just kind of, you know, it actually should be a pretty cheap week this week. The one thing my mom did ask for, because I know that she can have like clear liquids, I don't know if it's I know it's before, but then on top of that too, I think she's just not supposed to have red, like red dye or something like that, or red colored things right before the surgery, and then I think after that she's supposed to be on a clear diet. Like I don't remember. All I know is that she did ask for colorless like Powerades or Gatorades or whatever. Sorry guys. And so that's the only thing that's also not on sale. It's on sale last week, but they're not on sale this week, and she asked for more of them because again, that's one of the things, like she can't have, you know, I don't know, like really anything else other than probably water and like clear liquid drinks like Powerade and Gatorade. But again, I think maybe that's just not supposed to be red, so as long as it's not red. But I think she did ask for the clear kind, I think. I don't totally remember. Anyways, guys, yeah, I'm gonna go get in the shower and get to bed, because again, I stayed up a little too late and I need to try and get to bed early so we can hit up all the grocery stores tomorrow in a reasonable amount of time. So I will see you all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of your sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye guys.